Hi guys, so I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Mr. Crocket. So, yet again, another new release and another pretty short video. I'm just gonna warn you, this will also be a pretty similar video to Daddy's Head because one, I don't have a lot of time to film this, and two, I don't really have a lot to say about the film. I feel like in that sense both films are kind of similar, that they are pretty straightforward and simple to explain. So yeah, I guess this will be a short video. Hope you like that, and let's get to it. So Mr. Crocket is a Hulu original. It's a Hulu film. They're coming out with these ones now on Halloween or something like that. And this is coming out, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow, October 11. So there's a lot of films to watch on October 11. I think Daddy's Head is also out tomorrow. And VHS Beyond also just came out, I think. So you have a lot of options. I have reviews for all of that. Now you have the Mr. Crocket here review. And if you don't know what Mr. Crocket is about, it's about a kids show. It's about a host in this kids show that has more to it. It's a bit sinister and is targeting some families. Once again, I'm not really gonna get into who stars in the film. I don't think there's really big names in this film. I'm sorry if I'm not really highlighting the actors here. The main actor is really good. So yeah, I'm sorry for that. I'm just trying to just keep it quick. So let's move on to my thoughts. So I guess Mr. Crocket is exactly what I was expecting. It's a fun film. It's really wacky. It's over the top. It's cheesy. It's kooky. It's just like a fun time. However, I was not expecting how gory this film gets. So yeah, initially I was just like, okay, this is a fun kind of kids film, more catered to kids, still horrifying, but kind of lighthearted. But then when it gets to the kills and the gore, this is not a film for kids. They are not afraid to go all out. Obviously, this is no Terrifier or anything, but there are some really original and interesting kills here. There's one in specific that I think everyone is gonna talk about. Actually, I've seen some people already talking about it, some people that saw the film in a film festival. So yeah, that specific kill was really iconic, but they are all pretty gruesome in gore, in guts, literally. So yeah, this is not a film for kids, but it is pretty fun and not in your face. I mean, the gore is pretty graphic and you can totally see everything, but it's a bit too cheesy, so it's not super realistic. The story itself, I would say in a way, it's unsettling because it involves kids, but at the same time, I think it's pretty, it's a bit overdone, and there's a twist at the end that I thought was super predictable. I could see it coming miles away, and the ending is expected. The film isn't that original when it comes to the story. I think the most original thing about the film are the kills. And I would say this film really, really reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't want to say a lot, but the killer here is super similar to Freddy Krueger in his motivations and what it does and how it does things. And the ending is super similar to Nightmare on Elm Street. So yeah, I guess you can figure that out. And I guess that's pretty much it. So now let's get to my scores. So overall, I'm gonna give the film a 3 out of 5. I almost gave it a 2.5, but the gore really did it for me. The overall story arc of the film is, yeah, it's pretty basic, and you have seen it time and time again. But for what I was expecting, the gore really pushed it. They really pushed the gore, and I thought this would be a lot more like lighthearted. And it is, because it is fun, and yeah, it's a bit weird, and it's not supposed to be taken seriously. But yeah, the gore is super like in your face. And yeah, so I was not expecting that from this film. I was just expecting a fun ride. So that was a pleasant surprise. Cinematography, I think I'm also gonna give it a 3 out of 5 again because of the gore. It is a really like nice to look at film. It has a lot of like neon lights and static because of the TV screen. This, I'm not sure they mentioned what year this is set in, but I would say this is maybe set in the 90s or in the 80s, because they deal with VHSs, so this show is on a VHS, so I guess this is set on like 80s, 90s, something like that. So visually it looks good, not something super stylized or anything, but the gore like got me. Again, I've mentioned it multiple times in this video already. Lastly, originality. I think I'm gonna give it a 2. It's not the most original film. I think the concept of an evil show has been done, and as I said, this villain really reminded me of Freddy Krueger. The whole arc of this film really reminded me of A Nightmare on Elm Street. And yeah, as I said, the twists are kind of predictable, so it's not super original, but it is a fun watch, and it's worth it again for the gore. So yeah guys, these are my thoughts on Mr. Crocket. As I said, this is coming out tomorrow, October 11 on Hulu. I know some people have already seen it on film festivals, so let me know in the comments if you have and what you thought. Let me know if this is on your priority list for this Halloween season. I know there's a lot of films coming out, so let me know if this is on your watch list for this October. And if not, what are on your watch list, so maybe I can review it, or maybe I already did, I don't know. And yeah, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!